How would you say working with Miles Davis has influenced you stylistically?
Well, it has led me into most of the things that I'm doing now. You know.
He has had a major stranglehold on you in that matter. I mean, he made you play the way you do, or you got a chance to play like
well,
you do?
I've been free. I've been so free here, you know, that almost anything I want to try is I'm welcome to do it. You know, so that's the freedom has helped me.
I heard you were splitting
experiment.
the Miles Quintet here and then trying something on your own.
Yes, I am.
How's that? With whom?
I haven't. I have several men in mind, but I haven't selected the sidemen yet. You know, I'm going
What do
to
you
try
feel
with
like
the quartet.
working with? A quartet?
Yeah, to begin with, and maybe in several weeks after I start, I might add a fifth man.
John, which tenor players do you think have influenced you, if any at all?
All of them. I would say all of them. But
do you have a personal favorite? I mean, like you put on a record when you were at home and relaxing and so on?
Well, Sonny Rollins is, I think he's outstanding tenor man today, you know. And
that is exactly what Sonny Rollins told me on this show about you. So
that's usually, you know, my man.
A mutual admiration society
yeah,
here.
Well, he's great. I mean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, in the formative days, years ago, it was Dexter Gordon that actually was a major.
You do have a strong feeling for tradition, haven't you?
I guess so. I mean, I would like to even make it stronger. You know, I like to strengthen my roots, so to say. You know, because I didn't start at the beginning, and there's a whole lot back there. That's, you know, that all young musicians should have.
Privately, I mean, when you're listening, you go back there, I mean, just on your own account and listen?
Well, I don't have many records in that era now, but I do plan to get them. I plan to include that in my repertoire, you know, all these old traditional things.
So you got an open mind, huh?
I've been trying recently to search myself, you know, and try to find things that are reminiscent that sound like those things. But I'm really going to do some work on that soon.
Well, John, it seems like you're on with the Miles Davis Quintet here, and thank you very much for taking the time and dropping in on this show.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.